What's up, worship team? I'm here in the green room at Kentwood, aka Kyle and Zach's office. Time for your May worship team update. So, a couple things. Number one, wanted to start out by saying it has been awesome doing 2 worship experiences at Kentwood, I think in a lot of really cool ways. We've opened up, and most importantly, I think we've opened up a ton of seating for people who don't know Jesus yet by doing 2 worship experiences. And with that said, starting on May 24th, we're going to go back to 1 worship experience for the summer at 10 a.m. at Kentwood. So both locations will be exactly in time with each other. 2 minutes off, but who's counting? And then back this fall, we'll resume 2 worship experiences at Kentwood. And I'm really looking forward to it. And if we invite enough people, we can force our hand and do 2 worship experiences in the summer as well, which I think would be really fun. So we'll be Eliza and I will be updating times in Planning Center soon enough. But if you've got a request for the 24th on, just know it's 1 worship experience at 10, later call time, obviously. And then I wanted to talk about a new song we're going to be doing starting in a couple weeks called, new to us, called Always on Time, originally by Elevation. We're going to be doing the Pat Barrett arrangement. I think it's a little more approachable for us and we can replicate that sound better band-wise and musically. And I wanted to highlight just what I think one of the reasons this song is really good for us to do right now is because the chorus says, Jesus, I was tossed in the water, but I never went under. You were always on time. Jesus, when I went through the fire, you were right there beside me. You were always on time. And this song is really about just trusting in God's faithfulness, no matter what season we were in. Like the bridge says, there's never been a day, never been a minute, never been a moment that you weren't in it. There's never been a time that you didn't see me through, God. So I worship you. So that's our response when no matter what season we're in, is to trust God, to worship him, and know that he is always going to be on time for his plans, which are better than our own, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. Some musical things that are really cool about this song. Giant hand. Some musical things that are really cool about this song is in the choruses, there is a minor 5. So what that means is in the 5 chord, instead of doing a major, you play a minor. I'm going to grab the guitar quick and show you. I don't know how this is going to translate over the phone, but it's like if we're playing the song in G, got the G right here, the 1. Of course, I'm in cinematic mode, so my hand's going to be a little blurry, but 1, and then the 5 is a D chord, D major. We're just playing a D minor there instead. So in the verses, it's is. And then in the interlude, there's a flat 7 instead of a 5. So it's cool because we're going from the tag, which is the, and I'm not playing a rhythm. And the interlude is this. Except I played the wrong last chord. That's a minor 5. So it's. So if we were in the key of G, the minor or the flat 7 would just be, instead of normally, that's like a F sharp diminished sort of thing. We're playing an F major there. So instead of the normal half step down on the G, which would be F sharp, doing a whole step down. So it's some really cool stuff musically that I think the congregation won't necessarily pick up on, but they'll feel it. And it's going to be really cool if we're hitting it well. So I'm really excited about that. And then finally, I've been kind of re-hitting our ministry values these past few months. So in March, we talked about what it means to be authentic. And as a reminder, that's just what we're doing on Sunday, that's not the only time we're worshiping God. It's not the only time we're spending time with God. We are, unlike the Pharisees who only clean the outside of their cups for people to see, we are focused on the inside of our cups. We are focused on making sure that we are in relationship with Jesus, and everything we're doing on Sunday is just an overflowing of God's goodness and our worship in his life, and our worship of him in our lives. Last month I talked about excellence, how important it is to always be bringing our best because God gave us his best. And excellence isn't perfection, but it is always trying to be better than we were last week, or always bringing God our first fruits sort of idea. This month I wanted to hit what it means to be relevant. So as a reminder, our values are authentic, excellence, relevance, creativity, and team players. So we're talking about relevant right now. What that means is we are always working to meet people where they are. We care about the cultural context of the church. We care about musical and production relevance. So a Bible verse that I think supports that, it's Matthew 9 through 13. It's where Jesus is calling Matthew. He says, and it says, as Jesus went on from there, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the tax collector's booth. Follow me, he told them. And Jesus got up and followed him. While Jesus was having dinner at Matthew's house, many tax collectors and sinners came and ate with him and his disciples. When the Pharisees saw this, they asked his disciples, why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners? On hearing this, Jesus said, it's not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. But go and learn what this means. I desire mercy, not sacrifice, for I have not come to call the righteous, but the sinners. How does that connect? I think it connects because we are not trying to create environments that are super familiar to church people, super familiar to people who have grown up in the church, but we are trying to create environments that can feel as similar to things that people who don't go to church yet can kind of understand. Obviously, the resurrection, all that stuff is hard to digest if you don't know Jesus yet. But so we want to tear down those barriers. That's why we try to create environments that feel familiar. And we do the same thing with music. So a long time ago, we kind of had a big change in our musical styles before most of us were on the team. And now we're trying to always play new music because we believe that God is always speaking in new ways to people. He's always meeting people where they're at. So we're using a lot of new music, and we're always trying to roll with the genres as well that are captivating people, the genres of music, because I think that's important to stay relevant to the culture and to stay relevant to the sick people that need Jesus and need him as their doctor, which is all of us, but you know what I'm saying. And I believe that's all I have to say. So, guys, especially one more thing, especially as we're sending out requests for June and the summer, make sure you're throwing in your blockout dates so that we don't have to be texting you all the time. Because that's just frustrating, I'm sure, for you. If you're like, I already said this, and it's like, oh, wait, no, I didn't. Yeah, throw in your blockout dates. And yeah, it's going to be another great summer at Encounter. Let me know if you need anything, prayer, praise. Looking forward to another great month. Bye.